history between the two clubs, but City striving for a first tonight. They've never beaten United in a cup match here at Old Trafford. In 1970, though, a 2-2 second-leg draw was enough for them to knock United out of this very competition at the semi-final stage, and they went on to lift the trophy. Well, we awaited the team news with great interest. Busy schedules, of course, for both clubs. United have gone strong. David De Gea in goal. A back four which does lack the injured pair of Bailly and Smalling, but Marcus Rojo and Luke Shaw, capable men coming in. Michael Carrick also is recalled to captain the side. Juan Mata also starts, but Paul Pogba plays again, and so too does Zlatan Ibrahimovic. In goal for City, their Wembley goalkeeping hero in last year's final, Willy Caballero, all those penalty saves. Both regular right-backs, Sagna and Zabaleta, are still unfit. Pablo Maffeo fills in, one of two 19-year-old Spaniards. The other, Aleix Garcia, in midfield, who scored in the last round in that win at Swansea. And it was Kelechi Iheanacho who got the decisive goal here in the Premier League derby last month. All 7 of Manchester United's substitutes are full internationals, and senior ones at that. 5 for City, including Sergio Aguero. Well, hi there, Alan. You're interested in the two skippers here tonight. So they meet again.
I mean, 35 or not, I'm
United
amazed
aiming
that
to make amends for their shameless Stamford Bridge.
More often.
City with similar needs after a run of 5 matches without victory. It is a redemption derby, and it's live.
Game under his belt, 78 minutes at the weekend. Didn't have a great game, but it's another step on the road for an extremely important player for City.
For the two clubs, it's probably not what they wanted at this stage. For the rest of us, it's the prospect of a as the 4th round tie gets underway. Luke Shaw has a bit of chasing back and a bit of playing safe to do in the early seconds.
Well, I'm sure Jose Mourinho would have mentioned quite extensively that first half here against City, the way the visitors really did give the home team a good spanking. Do not let that happen again.
Well, United have got past Pedro time. 1-0 down, of course, at Stamford Bridge at this stage on Sunday. Both clubs have won the trophy 4 times, 2 of City's successes in the last 3 seasons, and they are, remember, the holders. Iheanacho, Eli Blind and Marcus Rojo trying to be the bastion of the defence, which is put under pressure here, and nowhere to be seen really as Iheanacho went flying in.
Well, what a lovely run and cross. First Garcia, the youngster, spreads the play to give Navas a nice one-on-one early doors here, and he doesn't waste it. Does Iheanacho get his head to this? He does. He's a good finisher, the boy, and I cannot believe he didn't bury this. What a chance.
Aleix Garcia, his company. No surprises in the City formation. Leroy Sané is playing up top with Iheanacho. Sané actually made his debut for City as a substitute in the derby here last month.
Yeah, it's not a line-up we often see with City, not one we see with many clubs in the Premier League these days. 2 up top. He will drop in though, as you can see there.
Picked on by Ibrahimovic. Pogba giving chase. And keeping it in. Ibrahimovic. The whistle's gone. Mike Dean, incidentally, is the man in charge. It's his 4th Manchester derby. City have won the previous 3.
wouldn't say they're squeezing as a team in these situations. Manchester United, they've got the three lads up top there, but not too much support behind.
Caballero plays from the back into Fernando. Company. To sweep it out here to Garclasia, who'd gone forward. For Jose Mourinho, another match to focus on, and writing some interesting programme notes prior to what he's putting down now, which, sorry, was not the hardest word for him. He apologised twice to the United fans for what happened on Sunday.
A little warning sign there for him. Those City lads really hunting the ball in packs, as you would expect. Lots of energy in the City team, and they've got to handle it, United.
Jesus Navas, and possibly could have let that run through to David De Gea, but wasn't going to take the risk. Garcia, Jesus Navas. Here's Otamendi. Fernando, who was brought on in the second half of the league derby here. Manchester United felt that it was a very defensive second half from City. City replied by saying, well, Manchester United just booted it at them in the second period. They were very, very good in the first half, Manchester City, attacking the Stretford end, where they scored their 2 goals through Kevin De Bruyne, who's on the casualty list at the moment, and Iheanacho, who's out there and has had an early chance here.
City are squeezing more as a team. Back four just inside their own half. There's a noticeable difference there between them and Manchester United.
It's could have gone either way. It's gone United's way.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good battle, that. Ibrahimovic up against Vincent Kompany.
This tournament has been very good to Jose Mourinho, and he's been very good to it. Won it 3 times with Chelsea. In fact, he's never lost a League Cup match in 90 minutes in his career in the English game. A couple of penalty shootout exits, one after extra time. Here's Valencia. Lito helping out Clichy. And finding Alex Garcia. Otamendi. Displaced by Nolito. Not seen too much of Marcus Rashford as yet. Played by Fernando, and he was fouled too. Well, what a start. He had 10 games winning. They were never behind in those 10 games. They've now conceded the game's first goal in all these 5 matches. They played prior to this without a win. It's been a test of his philosophy.
Yeah, and maybe a test keeping his players on board, some players anyway. Easy to lose faith if those results don't come.
Clichy. Iheanacho. Seems to have just turned his man unfairly. Rojo does go long in the direction of Rashford, whose control was good. United get the throw. shaping up to be an excellent conclusion to this EFL Cup. Arsenal and Liverpool through yesterday. Hull have kept going to give some impetus to their season. And of course, big clubs from the Championship, the Uniteds of Newcastle and Leeds. Clichy. Naruto was getting away from Daley Blind.
It's a lovely touch. Got sucked in there, Blind. I have to say early on here, City look a little happier in their shape. A little more comfortable.
Daley Blind has played in midfield, he's played at left back, he's played as a left centre back, he's the right centre back tonight. And he needs a bit of help behind him from Marcus Rojo. Otamendi. Mata. And Herrera. It's almost a Copa del Rey, this, isn't it, with so many Spaniards involved?
Yeah. There's a few out there. A few in the coaching staffs as well.
Now Clichy from France. Valencia. And Mourinho was yelling for a foul, but Mike Dean had a different angle on it and waved play on. Jesus Navas. Nice Garcia. Ooh, it was certainly worth the inquiry.
They keep getting the ball out to this right-hand side to Navas City. United have got to try and do better, stopping it at source. Accidental tangle of legs. I think it will be very harsh. I mean, there's a little arm off to start off with.
Sprung wide by Pogba. Mata finding some space a little bit infield. Valencia. No doubt that what happened to both clubs on Sunday has really sharpened the appetite for this fixture. Points to prove, not a good night to be a loser. It has to be, of course, a decisive outcome in this competition. Clichy. Otamendi, real tempo to the play. Company. Nicely worked out to Jesus Navas again. Not sure letting him go infield into traffic. Otamendi. Got away with it.
There's a few slipped early on here.
Certainly more tension, I would suggest, than anything else. The sprinklers have been on, as they always are here, but a decent day weather-wise in Manchester. That might run to Iheanacho, but Valencia saw the danger and dealt with it. Here's Carrick. Pogba. Rashford. Against Mafia. Contest of the youth. Marcus Rashford will be 19 on Monday. Halloween birthday. Made to trick and treat.
Intriguing little matchup out on that left-hand side for United.
Sure. Sane. Going in. And Iheanacho on the receiving end of it.
I think again, Martin, he slipped to Iheanacho and he slipped into Daley Blind and hurt himself in the process.
And it's Iheanacho who gets the yellow card.
Well, he's a bit unlucky to get the yellow card. I don't think Mike Dean really was fully aware that he did slip.
Making a point to Rocco with the captain there to represent his man. Blake. Carrick. Mata trying to run off Clichy. And he'll need that kind of start really if it's a straight race with Clichy. He's not going to win it. He's offside.
Kind of ball from Michael Carrick that maybe United haven't been delivering without him in the team. He knows he has to try and go early, get a run on his man, because he's not the quickest, Mata.
Carrick scored in the last round. United won 3-1 at Northampton. City successful at fellow Premier League club Swansea City. Shaw. Led by Company, but it's not a good clearance. He's able to charge it down. Company switching the play with one of the longer Guardiola passes.
You are allowed to do that.
He's always pitched, of course, Jose and Pep as a clash of different philosophies. Both are serial winners, and recent setbacks can't diminish their reputations. And Herrera. By Nacho is carrying that yellow card. And quick free kick, pulled back because the ball was moving.
Did well actually, Herrera there in a tight space. Get out of it.
Rojo closed down by Sane.
Not easy for United to settle against this City team.
Vieira is just as well. Quick off blocks then. Fifteen minutes gone.
Not a lot in it early on.
Carrick. Ibrahimovic. Pogba's gone through the centre. Ibrahimovic involved in the move again. And Herrera. Just feed it into Mata. Lito in the way. Here's Jesus Navas, and City have got a lot of players forward here, including Fernando and Nolito, looking for Clichy. Mata recognised the threat. Just scurry to get there, but get there he did.
He knows he's got to do that under Jose Mourinho, something that the manager might say he didn't always do at Chelsea. That's why he left.
Company. Good tussle there between Rojo and Sane. Rojo came on as a left back at Chelsea. And they played alongside Smalling after Eric Bailly was damaged with that knee problem. It's going to keep him out for a couple of months, we learn. Led by Company. We would just love to have a run of games, whatever the results, really. He's been so cruelly affected by muscle problems.
Says he's got to listen to his medical staff a little bit more, doesn't he?
Yeah,
he wants to play every
listen
game.
to his heart.
Yeah. That's why you employ medical staff. Plenty of them these days.
Valencia. Holding off Clichy. Options to the left. To Ibrahimovic. The weighting of the pass was wrong.
All wrong, wasn't it? Plenty of time to size it up. It's a great opportunity as well, just to feed one through. If confidence has been affected, this little dry spell for him. He's not normally somebody you associate with lacking that belief.
Nolito. Good skill after screening the ball well too. Nolito's gone on into the middle. Here's Garcia. Fernando. Garcia again. Clichy. Nolito.
What a fine talent he looks, Garcia. Seen plenty of the ball early on, used it well. They're not afraid to give it him.
Skimmed that out. It might have been aiming for Jesus Navas. Sane intervened. Rojo. Drops United's way with Ander Herrera. Carrick looking for options, and he loves to play the ball forward, but he couldn't do it then. Rojo does. By Rashford. Ibrahimovic too slow to pick himself back up again, but he is. Shaw. Just seen off in the end.
There's that long ball up to the centre forward. Maybe just got his heel clipped. I have found it harder to get good service into him though than City have into Iheanacho.
Otamendi. Sane first to it. Fernando. Luke Shaw's out of position. He followed Sane in. There's space on that far side. The ball was played a bit behind Jesus Navas. Otamendi. Just drift through to David De Gea. De Gea's inclusion tells you how seriously Manchester United view this evening. Sergio Romero, very capable number 2 with more than 80 caps for Argentina. Did play at Northampton in the last round, but this is a different kettle of fish. Headed by Otamendi. Sane. Pogba comes away with it. Ibrahimovic, Pogba, Mata. It's nothing on to the right and going back infield. That's really helped Juan Mata out, the fact that he was tripped by Otamendi.
Yeah, I mean, he did have a look and decided to turn back again. It's all gone down United's left whenever they've gone forward. Rashford has been the target. He's certainly shooting distance for Ibrahimovic, I think.
Regular winner of the League Cup in France. Time with PSG. The scorer of a goal in his only Manchester derby at this end, but not past Caballero, past Fabio Bravo, who rather dropped across at his feet. Maybe Ibrahimovic lining up here, an opportunity to make it 2-2 in this fixture.
It's a big wall now. Some big lads in there, they need to stay strong.
It's a big man taking the free kick, or certainly lining it up. Bellerin is there as well. Ibrahimovic. Going on through, whether Mike Dean saw that clearly. The Caballero's sprint to try and get to the ball suggested it would be a corner if he didn't get there.
Didn't really catch it as he would have wanted, I don't think.
Really disciplined, who used to take the corners all the time under Louis van Gaal. There's the responsibility here with Wayne Rooney out of the setup. Still injured. Past Rashford on the back post. Nolito needs a bit of help. Got it from Fernando. Good pressing by Ander Herrera. Given away by Company in the end. And when you talk about different philosophies, this is the philosophy of a Manchester derby. The way this game is being played. Tension about the place. Desire for victory, and as even as the scoreline suggests, after the first half gone.
Yeah, much more even contest than that first derby in the league was, that's for certain. In this first half, he'll be pleased about that.
Problem for Pep Guardiola there was that Caballero didn't give it to Company a bit quicker. Captain can't keep it going.
United happy to let Vincent Kompany have the ball there, see what he can do with it.
173rd Manchester derby, a rivalry going back 122 years. United 71 wins, City's 50th was the one in September. He judged it the better of the two. Fernando. That was cynical from Antonio Valencia. And, the yellow card already out.
Well, it's one of those bouncing balls. I mean, he goes in so strong, knowing that if he doesn't get this, he's going to thump into his man. Just gets his toe to it, Fernando.
He was never going to get it.
No, he was always favourite, wasn't he, Fernando? But as you said, Martin, this is a derby, and the kind of challenges, the bouncing balls you expect to go for.
Garcia. A good look at the free kick. Not a great deal of height to just pump it forward in what you might call a conventional sense. Manchester City look to work the opposition around with their possession. Iheanacho. Picking up with him is Sane.
That ball into Iheanacho. United haven't been able to do that to Ibrahimovic. Why City have defended.
Mendy. Another slip. Nolito this time. Okay, read it well. Shaw got in the way for United. Valencia. With Herrera, Ibrahimovic. David Navas had got wrong side from City's point of view.
Yeah, he'd come inside, Navas, to help out his midfield, just having a nibble and catching the player.
Valencia. Intercepted by Clichy. Manchester City looking to play on the break here. Iheanacho.
That ball's always on to Navas.
Into Iheanacho. don't know if he saw where Sane was, but Sane was making a bit of a distraction as a run, rather than looking as though he actually wanted the ball. On from Ibrahimovic, Rashford. Shaw. Pogba. All credit to Fernando, who read Paul Pogba's intentions.
Never really got it under control in the way that he would have wanted to.
Yeah, he's young and by no means the finished article, despite the big fee. And it's interesting that Jose Mourinho keeps playing him. He played in the Europa League game here against Fenerbahce, scored 2 goals in it, as well as the Premier League games either side of that, and this tonight.
It's been really hard at times for him. Hasn't settled into one particular role as his manager. Chops and changes.
Mata back to Valencia. Goes for the head. And Mata, the inside as well as the outside of it. And Herrera. Out of the game so far. The opening half an hour has been played in the middle third. Who will have the sharper moments where it matters? Rashford. Shaw. Complaints from the United fans on that far side that it should have been a corner.
Yeah, I wondered if it was Navas that got his toe from there first.
As a player and twice as a manager. 2 draws with Barcelona in European competition, and that win, of course, just 6.5 weeks ago in the Premier League. Neatly done by Ibrahimovic. Angle the pass into Pogba. A strong arm stuff from Shaw.
Better spell though for United. More control, possession for them. Not too much action either end.
Otamendi. Late. Guardiola's yelling at his players, and Jose Mourinho was yelling at the 4th official. A bit of support. Felt the matter might have been in more serious trouble then. Company. Oops. Well, his passing hasn't been up to, as the city's current standards, up to his normal standards. You can understand there'll be tension even in an experienced player. Just wanting to make sure that all parts of his body are actually working properly. Back-to-back games relatively quickly. Here's Mata. Rojo. Pogba was furthest forward. Mata. Rashford waiting for it on the left, but not there.
It's always the ball automatically looking left because Mata's tucking in. Valencia's not getting forward in that right-back position too much.
Actually, he's 19 years. Maffeo. After chasing. Using it quickly, spotting Clichy and throwing the ball out to him. He can't find Nolito. Pogba gets past two central midfield men for Manchester City. Shaw. On for Pogba. Trying that move, use his body, hold off the opponent. That's come off for Pogba so far.
He might be well served, Pogba, just trying to keep things more simple when you're not at top of your form.
Mistake by Ibrahimovic. There are four forward for Manchester City in this attack, and two of them split on a pass from a third. Sane putting it between Nolito and Iheanacho, and there really was a chance to thrust at United then.
Well, I thought Iheanacho was on there. It's a good position.
Mistake by Ibrahimovic lets City off the leash.
There was a ball to be threaded towards the striker.
There are a lot of mistakes, and it's again an indication of the tension and the importance that players feel tonight. A suggestion with some of the selections last night in this competition that perhaps we're putting this competition a little lower down the pecking order than one would want. A lot at stake here. Not just local pride, managerial pride. Two of the best in the business. Shaw. Goes again. Luke Shaw has done it. For Pogba, for Ibrahimovic. As open as Manchester City have been, thanks to Luke Shaw's surge down that far side.
Yeah, he's tried it once or twice, but they've been able to block him off before now. Otamendi does ever so well just to get his body in front of it. It's a good move for United, perhaps their best so far.
City lining up to get it away. Herrera hooks it back, only towards Clichy. Here's the tackle against Nolito. Carrick. Gets a flipping. Iheanacho. And the outlet of Jesus Navas in play again for Manchester City. Got four in blue in the middle. Shaw can't prevent the cross. It's headed out by Valencia, who take up a more central position. Tangle with Herrera and Fernando. Quickly taken free kick. Ibrahimovic. Rashford, still going, blocked in the end by Maffeo. Pogba, City still reorganising. Ibrahimovic, and they had to concede a corner.
Well, what a chance for Marcus Rashford. I think he was caught in two minds. Shall I square it to Juan Mata? This time, Ibrahimovic's pass, well weighted. It's perfect. He looks up for his teammate, and in the end, by the time he decides to shoot, it's too late.
As a winner in this fixture to his name at Manchester City back in March, youngest player to score in the Manchester derby. United's corner. Company gets his head to it. Dramatically away by Jesus Navas, and City move up the pitch, move well up the pitch.
It's been a really good spell for the home team, this. And there's an end product to it as well. They're looking dangerous.
Pogba, and he couldn't hold him up. Up comes Caballero. He did what he could, and it was good enough. Nolito. Taken from him by Carroll. Well-timed tackle by Otamendi. We're trying to get into that surging stride again. He's done it here, but he's pushed crucially in the process.
Yeah, he was quite decisive in his movement, Caballero, had to be.
It's his competition, this. He's played in all the League Cup matches since he joined Manchester City. Blind. By Fernando, on from Nolito. Nacho is onside here. He might have been trying to square that to Sane. Fernando. Garcia, nicely worked between the two of them. Jesus Navas.
He's giving Luke Shaw all sorts of problems there, Navas. Well, I've said down the years that that's an end product, but not tonight. This one here, Nacho, you know, when they nick it, you just think, don't even bother looking up, get yourself into the area and let fly. He was trying to pick out Sane.
It was rather smashed away by Herrera for the corner. So Otamendi trying to attack Nolito. There's Navas making a lot out of very little. There he is again. Garcia, who's not looked out of place at all this evening. Ibrahimovic. He's given it straight to the other number 9. Nolito has another chance. City have had the possibilities to play Iheanacho in particular through.
There's been a gap down that side, that channel. It never helps when you give the ball away in those areas. Really sloppy.
Valencia. Forward by Rojo towards Ibrahimovic, who does get a touch. Mata trying to anticipate that. She covered. Well, got to City player, it should have done. Clichy actually muscled there by Mata. Blind. Nolito. Fernando. But couldn't stop it. Now to Jesus Navas it goes again. Fernando. Sane. Showed too much of it to Rojo. Slip again, Ibrahimovic.
He's having a bit of a torrid 5 minutes there.
City looking for a breakthrough here before half-time. Garcia. He's done well, not once but twice. Looking for Rashford's run. And it was a very timely tackle by Maffeo. To be absolutely right, and it was. City's youngsters looking the part. Here's Garcia. Navas against Shaw again. Cross comes in again. He's defending again for Manchester United.
I can't believe somebody's not getting across to help out Luke Shaw, because on these one-on-ones, the Spaniard's doing him every time.
Yeah, you would think that Rojo, as a left-back himself, would appreciate that. Here's Ander Herrera. Trying to get Rashford on the run. Caballero starting to come, didn't need to. Herrera did well to get there and make an individual pass on Mafio, but the throw has been given against him. The two coaches arrived at these lineups, only they would know. Temptation for rotation for Guardiola, less so for Mourinho, but they are locked together. Tonight's 11 in red against tonight's 11 in blue. Reminder before half-time, Super Sunday, Everton against West Ham. Followed by Southampton, who are in very good form these days and made it difficult for Manchester City last Sunday against Chelsea. A name not to be mentioned in these parts. No. It's been energetic, it's been engrossing, it's lacked some of the thrust that maybe a Sergio Aguero could bring later in the evening for Manchester City.
Yeah, they do come on with a strong bench, Martin, don't they, City?
Sterling as well. He's had to get used to later arrivals in matches recently, but despite rumours to the contrary, Pep Guardiola has been saying that he'll be here as long as he is. He's a very special player. Some thought that he wasn't a Guardiola type of player. A few words on the first half from your point of view.
Well, it has been a proper derby and plenty to admire in there. Not much time to dwell on the ball. As you said, neither goalkeeper's been overly worked. Very tight.
Well, one way or t'other, it has to be decided tonight. Level.
The first test between India and England from Rashkot starts Wednesday, November the 9th from 3:30 a.m. Sky Sports 2, and then the Autumn Internationals get underway on the 12th of November. England against South Africa from Twickenham, 2 o'clock Sky Sports 1. From 7 on 3, it's Ireland against Canada. In the Manchester derby, all square at half-time, 0-0, and it looks like Alexander Kolarov will be coming on for City in the second half. But who, Phil Neville, do you imagine he's coming on for?
Well, I would have thought it's for Vincent Kompany. I would have thought it's pre-planned. I don't think they want to take any risks with him. He's played obviously on Sunday against Southampton, 45 minutes tonight. So I think it's a slow process for Vincent Kompany, bedding him back into full fitness really slowly.
Jamie, such a disjointed performance from United in that first half. Where do they find some fluidity from?
When you talk about making changes for Manchester United, they've got the strongest team. That's United's best team at the moment because of the injuries that they've got. And I just go back to those players again who I mentioned at half-time. They're the ones who you're looking to produce of quality. Paul Pogba goes past it. I mean, his game's just been about flicks, turns, and losing the ball. And you think of the performance of the young lad in midfield for City, Garcia. Always made the right decision, kept the ball moving on. That's what Paul Pogba should be doing. I don't know. I mean, it looks like Manchester United are waiting for a piece of inspiration from an individual, whereas Man City, even though it's not the first team, look like more of a team in the way they're trying to play. But I still fancy Manchester United to go and win the game. I think they have got those players of power and quality. Zlatan, Pogba, and I don't think they can continue to be as poor as they've been.
Well, we're waiting for a goal. We're also waiting for a shot on target. Let's rejoin Alan Smith and Martin Tyler.
Well, Alex Kolarov is coming on, who has scored in the Manchester derby in the past. That's his prime job, it seems, Alan, is to go and play as a central defender. He's done that a few times this season, although we know him mostly as a left-back.
Yeah. Made a couple of mistakes, costly ones as well this season, at Celtic and at Spurs.
Clicks on the armband as well from Vincent Kompany, who we hope has got through 45 minutes without a serious twinge. Kolarov, another in the City camp with 2 winners' medals already in this competition. Right, the man is just replaced. Invariably the winners of Manchester derby in the up down the years have gone on to lift the trophy itself. City did it in 70 and 76, United in 2010 when that semi-final second leg was decided by Wayne Rooney. After Michael Carrick, who's back in the action again tonight, and also scored. Here's Daley Blind. Rojo. Otamendi has switched to the right-sided central defender. Kolarov, very left-footed, of course, to his left. She's staying at left-back. Getting a foot in. The 2 young Spaniards have done well for Manchester City to this point. Rafael and Garcia.
Great experience for them in a derby like this, and they've certainly not shirked the challenge.
Here's Pogba. Valencia having some very good crosses at Stamford Bridge, perhaps the best aspect of Manchester United's attacking play. It's given away by Mata to Iheanacho. Well, the offside flag goes up against Nolito. Had it been played for Sane, it would have been onside.
Oh, it's really poor from Iheanacho. That, what a position for City. 3 against 3, really. After that shocking square ball from Juan Mata.
Valencia. Curved by Clichy. It'll be collected by Pogba here. Trying to get in one of those trademark crosses. Pogba now, and Herrera. Carrick trying to force his way through. Be collected for United by the throw by Luke Shaw. In 2 derbies and lost both of them. They might want to make that a hat-trick. Nice little clip by David De Gea. Nolito was trying his utmost to stop that ball not being on for the goalkeeper. Out to Daley Blind. Carrick. Keep it. Fouls the man who dispossessed him. Otamendi. Mata. Herrera. Mata for Herrera. Better from United. Ibrahimovic, much better from United. Pogba. Oh, the most incisive move of the game so far.
It's a great stop, I think, from Caballero. Really strong hand, that.
Shaw. One back by Valencia. just stopping Paul Pogba.
Well, it was a lovely turn from Ibrahimovic, but Otamendi sells himself too easily and the gap opens up. Great hand from the keeper. He's trying to sneak it in the near post, Pogba.
Nolito playing more through the middle for City, with Sane now out on the left. Rashford. He's got the better of Navia. He's got the better of Otamendi. Back to Pogba. Valencia saying you could have squared it out to me, but Pogba, having come so close to scoring just moments earlier, wanted another chance.
Yeah, started slowly by conceding that chance with Mata's pass, but they've come back here, United, looking very positive. Crowd trying to help them.
But happier, I'm sure, with the first 5 minutes of the second half compared to the first. Lamenting he's been rather marooned in Manchester. Too much fame and not enough family. And Pereira thought he was away. Mike Dean didn't.
Just trying to turn his man. He didn't do a great deal. I think Otamendi was off balance a little bit. I mean, this was the early one where Nacho gets himself into a great position and just leaves it too late. Twice he's made a poor decision, the youngster. That first half one where he tried to square it,
and he's just been caught offside. Herrera. Ibrahimovic. Herrera. Rashford. Go back to Shaw. United keeping the ball better, looking more threatening. This is Mata. Beaten out by Caballero. Comes to Rashford. Comes to Herrera. Real slice. Knocked away by Sane, but the respite is temporary for City. Pogba. Garcia. Need to restore a bit of order for Manchester City. Taken on by Sane. Now by Nolito. Looking for Iheanacho. Got it back, and Jesus Navas, who very rarely scores, one goal in his last 100 appearances, and that was in a League Cup final, would you believe?
And Sane had just held off as well.
But that City break coming at the end of the best concerted spell either side has put together. United, this obviously they've done it in the match so far, being very strategic in the first half, mindful of the fact that there has to be a result. Positive thinking, positive play, surely the way forward from both camps. Goes Otamendi, which came across his line of vision, had the supporting run. Edged forward by Caballero, not very far. Carrick wins the header, then Otamendi. In goes Rojo. Here's Ibrahimovic. You feel we're coming to the nub of the evening. And Mata! But yes, the goal is given. Referee had a look. Mata saw what he wanted to see, a clear-cut chance. And Manchester United, who started the second half like a different team, lead in the EFL Cup derby by a goal to nil in the 54th minute.
Well, a bit more aggression, a lot more aggression to the play. They've always almost tried to make a battle of it. Otamendi again committed himself to allow Ibrahimovic. Mike Dean wonders whether there's a foul there, but I don't think there was. And Mata coming onto it converts it very comfortably indeed.
Fairly lengthy United celebration. Why not? They suffered on Sunday. There's some delight here on this important Wednesday evening amidst local rivalry. And no surprise, Alan, what we were saying. It's a Spaniard who scored.
Yes.
Here's Valencia. Should have made the run again, and it might come back to him off Otamendi. Clichy rather laboured, reach for it. Clichy, Carrick. In goes Pogba, trying to make something of he ran into the back of Otamendi.
Yeah, Otamendi's been things in this second half, and he has a little nibble, does he, at Paul Pogba there? I think his head's gone to a certain extent. He's been attacking the ball, getting caught under it.
Action required. He's seen the action that he was called half-time, I'm sure. Blind. Here come United again. Pogba's in the middle. Valencia looking for him. Rashford making up the ground. To send for Sergio Aguero, maybe Ilkay Gundogan and Raheem Sterling, who's down there stretching as well.
I think he might have just got a little whisper there, Sterling.
So Manchester City, for a sixth game in a row, have gone 1-0 down.
No clean sheets in 8 for them.
Garcia. The signs were there. It's a strong start to the second half from the Red Devils. Nacho. Fernando. Jesus Navas. Fight in the City ranks, and Shaw is struggling to. And again, he's got away with that, I think
he has. He's certainly been winning the battle hands down. Navas on Luke Shaw.
That's a foul.
Definitely. Well, there were claims from City players for foul by Zlatan. Shoving under Otamendi. I think Otamendi really got caught under the ball.
And Herrera coming in on
Fernando.
Yeah, that was the one that Mike Dean had a good look at. He was happy enough with this. And a couple of incidents in the build-up to the goal. Came in, Philip to have a look at the final analysis here. Cleared by Rojo, taken down by Mafia. foot of his. Jesus Navas confronts Luke Shaw again. This time Shaw not only gets to the ball but knocks it against the man that's been giving him some problems this evening and gets a goal kick. That's one that the left back will have enjoyed. Half an hour still to go. A long talk after the draw with Southampton, a lock-in that lasted nearly an hour in the home dressing room. Yeah, the message afterwards was, they understand what I want. What he wants at the moment is Raheem Sterling. An English influence on the multinational Manchester City about to take place. Otamendi. Last 15 minutes of the match has come at the start of this second half. Garcia. Mafia. Alito. Fine ball for Jesus Navas, who did well to keep it in. Rashford. Pogba. Well done that took place, and possession never easy, certainly in key areas. Kolarov. Garcia. Gets it back from Nolito. Guardiola down beneath this, just banging his hands on his thighs in frustration that the ball didn't go forward. Here comes Otamendi, bringing it in the right direction for Manchester City. Navas, this time Luke Shaw's got a bit of help in the shape of Pogba. Mafia. And well by Rojo. Flynn. Holding up Valencia, but no more than that. Garcia, but he wanted too much time. Otamendi. Fernando. Kolarov. Fernando. United set up in orderly fashion.
Yeah, they've got everyone back really, apart from Ibrahimovic. Everyone back goal side.
And it forced a rather desperate looking attempt from Kolarov. So it's Sane off, Sterling on.
What happened for him tonight?
Sterling can play on the left. No.
In the middle. Yeah, is it?
On the right. Yeah. Because Navas is doing a good job there. Here's Rashford, away from Mafia. Oh, it's a great cross. And Ibrahimovic can't convert it. Mata. Valencia's onside. Rashford going for this one, guiding it down. Pogba trying to connect with it. Swept away by Otamendi. Butted back by Rojo.
I don't know what stopped him from getting a good touch here. Well, there was a little nudge in front of him. It's a lovely ball. It's just that movement by Kolarov perhaps that puts him off. He almost gets ahead of it, Ibrahimovic here. And that's maybe a reflection of his lack of confidence in front of goal.
Sterling. Wanting a free kick but not getting one. Passing under Herrera. Mike Dean's slipped away from that in a bit of, I'd say, disgust, but he thought United had kept the ball.
Well, I did think that Herrera had made a little more of it than he needed to.
As after Sterling thought he should have had a free kick for himself.
I just caught him with a
Pogba
trailing leg there.
Carrick. She cut it out. Valencia has slipped anyway. Child that damaged hand. Matter. Bit tight there for United. And for City too. Pogba. In space when it was very limited. Kolarov. Ibrahimovic winning it back for Manchester United. His hand to Herrera. Ibrahimovic for Rashford. Wasn't going to get it.
Otamendi getting his teammates in trouble there with that little short pass, gave it away.
It's in Valencia. In terms of the flow of the football, despite the pedigree of the managers and of many of the players, it's not been a classic, but it's a cup tie and a proper one. Worthy of the competition. And it's not done yet. Otamendi. Garcia. Alito waiting out on that far touchline. Sterling.
And he's got a free roll, hasn't he, Sterling? Just to drop off, get on the ball, try and make things happen.
It's Clichy. There is Sterling. There's Navas. Sure again. Again without much cover. No. No one seems to want to be drawn out to help the left back.
I'm sure doing better though in his second half.
There's Garcia. Will take the corner for Manchester City, who trail. So, one Mata goal early in the second half. No one attacking it for City though. Clichy. Kolarov. A pass of some vision.
Tried a little flick on the edge of the box to play in Marcus Rashford here. That didn't quite come off.
I think if Rashford was a bit more worldly wise, he would have ended up on the deck then. And suggest that he'd been impeded. Not that we should encourage such cynicism. One more substitution that they can make, Manchester City. Sterling. Free kick. I wonder whether Kolarov might come across. It's his kind of angle. Actually scored, I think, in the last cup tie between the two clubs. It was an FA Cup game in 2012 that United won 3-2 at the Etihad.
he's going to shoot. He'll probably dink one in now.
See it over it. Kolarov hammers it. No suggestion that he was going to bring City level. He represents the last roll of this particular dice. 8 goals in 9 derbies. Puts him 5th on the list of all-time derby scorers in Manchester. Wayne Rooney leads the way.
Substitution for Manchester City, replacing the line.
I'll just be hoping for this lad to link up perhaps with Raheem Sterling. Sterling getting on the ball, trying to slip him in down those sides.
Didn't play here in the Premier League derby in September. He was suspended. Schneidlin has been one of the forgotten men since Mourinho took over at Manchester United, but still going to see some action now. Crucial stage. Sterling, it's a terrific run. He's got a corner.
Substitutes made a difference. Sterling, since coming on, added something to City's attack. It is a corner.
Rashford and his speed against Clichy, who was being fouled. The assistant on the far side spotting that. Ian Hussein. It's more obvious to him than it was to us. Schneidlin last played in the previous League Cup round at Northampton. He's on for the goal scorer.
Well, it might be the match winner, who knows?
It's certainly a goal, but at the moment Mourinho has spelt it out to Juan Mata that he doesn't want to get rid of him, as he did at Chelsea, of course. But he can't expect to play in every game. Is allegedly what he asked to do at Chelsea. He'll be a first choice for the big games. And his cause for the new United manager, no harm at all this evening.
No, he hasn't. But it's a move to short that midfield with Schneidlin.
Garcia. Mafia. Stopped by Shaw. Breaks for Iheanacho. Garcia. Coming out. Denying Sterling. Ibrahimovic. He's had a rough ride tonight in many ways.
When things aren't coming off, as they aren't, for the big fella, you just got to keep working, keep volunteering and wait for it to turn. That's not going to force him off the pitch. It was just a little flick from Fernando, but he makes the most of it.
Yes, he was involved in controversy with the opposing manager tonight, Pep Guardiola, time at Barcelona. Zlatan was moved on. is Valencia. It's a fine cross. Ibrahimovic was hoping Otamendi would miss that and he'd be able to nod it in, but the defender got a piece of it. Shaw. Schneiderlin. Back for Rojo.
Dead leg, centre half. One of those you just want to keep it moving before it stiffens up.
Game at West Bromwich Albion on Saturday, and then of course at home for Barcelona next Tuesday at Manchester City. Which is why, compared to this Manchester United lineup, they've been a little more junior, should we say. Pogba. Now to play Burnley here at the weekend. Here's Clichy. Sterling. Open up by Ander Herrera. That was a death or glory challenge for Koroff, who got the glory out of it. Aguero. Garcia penalised, unfortunate. They seem to run into him. They've got to pep up their attacking ideas, if you'll pardon the pun, Manchester City.
Well, I mean, since United got that goal, they've been fairly comfortable, you have to say. They've been able to manage the situation.
That, of course, is one of Jose Mourinho's great strengths. Clichy. No other option. Not always look comfortable on the right-hand side of the central defending pairing, but they've got a clean sheet going here, Manchester United. And if they keep it, of course, they'll be through to the next round. And to some extent, that will heal the wounds of shipping 4 at Stamford Bridge. Sterling, though, and Aguero are on to try and knock down these defences that have worked well for Manchester United thus far. David De Gea's had a pretty quiet night. Here's Garcia. There's Aguero coming in. Sterling. Stopped by Valencia's pass was excellent, as is Ibrahimovic. Here's Rashford, Pogba racing into the centre. Just beaten to it by Maffio, who recognised the danger and dealt with it.
It was the best thing Ibrahimovic has done all night, actually, in holding it and spreading the play. Pogba breaking his neck to get in there, but the youngster was having none of it. Good play from him. Take a breath, son.
Well, you get a chance to do that because Manchester United are in no hurry to do the restarts in this position. A 1-0 lead and at most 15 minutes to go. Unless, of course, City take it to extra time. Here's Schneiderlin. Bit statuesque. The United players, as 2 City players went for the same ball. There's Navas. Aguero. He's being fouled by Shaw. Navas.
We all heard that. Jesse Lingard being called.
Collar off. Aguero. He's for collar off. Back himself on the left foot again, but Carrick was aware of that. Valencia. Ibrahimovic. Easy for Manchester United to run down the clock by keeping the ball, as that shows you. Garcia, Fernando, Kolarov, Aguero. Clichy with the cross. Schneiderlin got to it. Garcia.
He did well. Couldn't afford to lose it there.
Rashford is struggling, that's why the shout went up for Jesse Lingard. Now, of course, Manchester United and England. Indeed, is Rashford. Did a decent job for England, Alan. We were at both games. Jesse Lingard with his first 2 caps.
He certainly has. He showed a good temperament. Really willing to get on the ball, take responsibility. And he might be a good outlet for them here. Last 10 minutes or so.
Didn't have a very happy time in the last derby. He and Henrik Mkhitaryan started in the wide areas for Jose Mourinho. Both were substituted at half-time. Mkhitaryan was in the squad tonight, but didn't make the team sheet. Still remains a bit of a mystery here. Hasn't been seen in United's colours since he went off at half-time 6.5 weeks ago. Kolarov. Looking for Sterling, who's nippy enough to get there. Against him by Pogba. Another assured take by Garcia. Otamendi. Iheanacho. Still struggling to work David De Gea, Manchester City. They might be able to do that. And Raheem Sterling here. Possessed fairly enough with the efforts of Pogba.
United have got to be careful. They don't want to get in a situation where they're defending deep and inviting City on.
Certainly what's happening at the moment. Navas. Garcia. City very much now with Sterling on the right and Navas on the left. Aguero and Iheanacho in the middle. Lynn got a boot to it. 7 minutes plus stoppage time, away from a place at the quarter-finals for Manchester United. Fernando. There's Navas. Aguero. Wanted to have a shot, but there was no way through. Clichy's cross, met by Blin.
Got to get more men in the box, City. Can they get it wide? Only 2 there.
And fans behind the goal that they're attacking. Upper tier. Sterling. Rojo. Tidily done by Ibrahimovic. They're getting closer and closer, Manchester United. And after a match of shame on Sunday, again to savour here, certainly the result of it. Valencia. goal would absolutely seal it now. Ibrahimovic. Valencia. Lingard, just on.
A welcome bit of possession this, give the defenders a breather.
Aguero. Got back at him. And Aguero fouled him. A good effort from Michael Carrick.
It was, but I couldn't quite see where the foul was on Aguero. We'll get a better idea here.
He took him down, didn't he? Slipped into it.
He slipped a bit like Iheanacho early on in this match.
Well, the suspicion is that Sergio Aguero isn't 100% match fit. He came back from his last international trek with a bit of an injury. And that's why he's been held back by Pep Guardiola in recent matches. And the fact that he couldn't run away from Michael Carrick suggests that could well be the case. Offside. 4 times winners Manchester United this competition, all 4 under the management of Sir Alex Ferguson.
At the moment they're coasting towards the next round. The City can do something.
Having worked really hard to get the ball. This challenge, the pass was on target by. Great credit to Ibrahimovic, as you said, Alan. He hasn't really strutted his stuff tonight, but he's never stopped working. And there were suspicions when he was signing this summer it was going to be a bit of a farewell tour for him to have a Manchester United on his CV.
Yeah, I think the size of the club, you just can't do that.
No. And the size of the man, when you're that big and you're playing badly, it's impossible to hide. He's kept going, as Manchester United have done here. And the spoils are very nearly theirs. City needs something spectacular and soon. Kolarov. Played by the head of Shaw. There's no one through the middle for Manchester City, really. Nacho was running the channel. Aguero. Fernando. Otamendi. Throw as many men forward as they can. A collision between Otamendi and Herrera that took both out for a moment, but they're both involved now. And then not so much as where the ball was going, it was Maffeo coming in and whether he was flattened off the ball.
Yeah, he fell over and then he's tried to fling himself from the ground towards the ball.
There's the dart.
Managed to come together and can't quite get his head to it.
It's a very short journey home, but they'll have to live if they're in the area with the bragging that comes with a derby victory that Manchester United are so close now to sealing. City down, but they're still not out. Here's Lingard. Ibrahimovic.
The referee has indicated a minimum of 4 minutes.
4 added minutes. Pogba was, I think, deemed to be reckless in the challenge. Otamendi saying it was worse than that.
Well, he was lying on the floor, Otamendi, and suddenly he gets up to have a go at Pogba.
There haven't been too many confrontations, certainly. Ibrahimovic gets put two for messing with something that doesn't concern him.
It's not the wisest challenge. No. It's not the worst either.
Four has elapsed. Kolarov. Dealt with by Shaw. Pogba. Hammer his way on. It'll run for Ibrahimovic. Chance for Pogba to continue. And Caballero makes what was really a tackle more than a save.
Just ran out of leg there, Pogba. Great first touch.
Here's Aguero. Has bailed City out right at the last, of course, before, but not from there, and not like that. Sterling sprinting to keep it in. City looking for a goal to take this fourth round tie to extra time. And they've got a couple of minutes, only a couple of minutes left in which to do it. Jesus Navas. Clichy. Kolarov firing it in, dealt with by Schneiderlin. Iheanacho beaten to it by Shaw. Pogba. Aguero. Sterling. Where it had come from. It was a laudable attempt from Maffeo to get to it, but he had to go through Ibrahimovic to do so.
He'll take his time.
Well, for a Pep Guardiola team, admittedly a rotated, understrength team you might call it, but
they've not been good enough.
Toothless.
Not been good enough, have they, going forward tonight without Aguero? Hasn't been Iheanacho's night. They've got themselves into some half-decent positions, then that final ball's let them down. His team have defended really well, I think. Second half, they've been nice and disciplined, kept the shape.
Schneiderlin. Run down the clock here. The help of Pogba. United's throw. City are a long way away from the target that they rarely look like finding in truth in this second half. They would argue perhaps that they were the more productive team, but not in key areas in the first half. In the second half, Manchester United came out with an extra sense of purpose. They got their goal, and one, it seems, is going to be enough. Rojo. collar off. It is a redemption derby for Jose Mourinho and Manchester United. Sportingly acknowledged, amends made for last Sunday's shame at Chelsea, for last month's Premier League defeat here to Guardiola's City. And for Pep Guardiola, the worst managerial run of results in his career, his illustrious career. 6 games without a win now.